Hey everybody, Anthony here. It is Thursday, January 30th, 2025. We have one more day left in January, and who knows what's going to happen or what's going to take place in our country and around the world. Hopefully, things for the better, That's what I like to think. Been watching the coverage of the midair collision in Washington, D.C. All morning. I had some of it I was listening to. Now I have it on silent. Looks like Pete Hegseth is making a speech right now, and then President Trump is getting ready to talk. But what I thought I would do today to lighten things up is I do a lot of improv on my own, and I have a couple of characters that I do. And when I do them, they usually talk about like current events and stuff that's going on around the world. And it could be anything because I do it from the top of my head. So whatever comes to my mind is what I do. I have nothing written here. I'm not following a script. These are just people that I bring up and they talk to each other. It's usually a husband and wife team. Today you're going to see Herbie and Martha talk about whatever comes to my mind. And so when I do it, when I'm doing it in the house and my wife's home, a lot of times she's in the bedroom writing in her journal or doing some other stuff, and she gets really upset, like really upset. Like she threatens to leave me when I do these characters and when I'm rehearsing, because sometimes I'm making breakfast or lunch or dinner or whatever, and I rehearse to myself, and I put the TV on mute, and that's all she hears from the other room is these characters, and I have these voice inflections I do, and I do this thing with my hand that now my grandsons copy. When they see me and they go like this with their hand. So I thought maybe this morning, actually, what time? It's still morning. It's about 11:45 a.m. on Thursday morning, Eastern time. So what we'll do is I'll just start, and it may be something to do with something that happened yesterday, last week, last year, 10 years ago. It may be something to do with the history of our country. You don't know what course I'm going to take because the computer in my brain is from Yahuwah. It's from our creator. It's not from Elon Musk. It's not a chip. It's not going to be. Well, anyway, let me get into character here. So today we have Martha, the wife, and Herbie, or Herbie, and he's the husband. And they're older people. I'm elderly myself, so I'm not making fun of older people. I'm elderly. So it could be Herbie and Martha could be my age. I'm in my 60s. So let me wet my whistle. And my wife's not home. She's out working or running around, whatever she's doing. So there's nobody here to yell at me yet, hopefully, until she comes home for lunch. So here we go. Herbie, President Trump is talking on the TV about the event last night in Washington, D.C., the air collision. He's answering questions. They're saying a passenger jet and a military helicopter collided. I know, Martha, I heard it. I heard all about it, and I've been following it. We have to wait until all the evidence is out there and the investigation is done before we know what really happened. We don't know if it was deliberate, an accident, or what. We got to look at the air traffic controller, the radar, all the anomalies that people said they saw, and hopefully they could get to the bottom of it. So I'm praying that they do that so the families can put closure on this. The 64 people and the people in the helicopter. It's very sad what happened. But anyway, getting back to other things that are going on. I saw a report that Elon Musk, Martha, has a chip. It goes in your brain. They put it in your head somewhere. I don't know if it's in the picture I saw, it's in the top. But maybe they could put it in the front near the forehead. I don't know. And what it does is it accesses your brain. And it makes you smarter than what you previously were. And you could get information from the internet and from the World Wide Web and put it in your brain. Herbie, that's crazy. I don't want to do that. But Martha, they said you could live forever. How's that going to work, Herbie? Martha, listen. They're going to cure blind people. They're going to cure handicapped people. It's going to help a lot of people in the world. This brain chip from Elon Musk. He developed it. He's also going to Mars. He's going to Mars. He has rocket ships that go way in the sky, high in the sky, and they fly around. And then they come back and they land back on the loading dock again. Martha, this is a lot of good stuff going on right now. People are looking forward to it. But Herbie, doesn't the Bible say that there'll be some kind of chip in your forehead or in your hand? And everybody that takes it doesn't go to heaven? Doesn't it say that, Herbie? Oh, Martha, who believes those fairy tales? The Bible's a fairy tale, Martha. Nothing in it is true. It's a fairy tale. Don't you understand? That's why the whole world hates it. Because it's a fairy tale. They don't want anything to do with it. And everybody says it's written by man. Man wrote the Bible. And it's not true, even though 100% things happened that it said was going to happen. But it's fairy tale, Martha. I don't know, Herbie. It seems pretty accurate to me. Well, Martha, I don't know. We'll see. But this computer chip in the brain is really something else. Because what they said is someday in the future, Elon Musk said, I heard him. He was on Joe Rogan's show, a podcast. Everybody watches it. And he said that someday soon, they could download my brain into a chip, like a computer chip, Martha. And then they could take that chip and put it in like a robot that looks like me. And therefore, he said, I could live forever and ever, ever and ever, forever. Because everything in that chip is what's in my head. Yeah, but Herbie, listen to me, Herbie. If they put the chip in a robot, how are you going to eat, Herbie? How are you going to breathe? Are you going to still be free? Are you going to still be a person, Herbie? How's that going to work, Herbie? And what about if I get one and you get one, Herbie, and we want to have relationships? Because relationships are very important for humans. Because God said so. That we should be fruitful and multiply. That means relationship, coming together. And if we're both in the robot, how are we going to come together? We can't even kiss, Herbie, because we won't feel anything. Yeah, but Martha, we'll live forever. We won't have to die. Once our human body goes bad, because we're elderly now, it goes away. It turns to dust. But we can live forever. We don't have to listen to what the Bible says about the process of living forever, because it's a fairy tale. Because you have to believe in something. very specific. And I don't want to believe in that, Martha. I like Elon's idea. I wonder where he got it from. He's so smart. All these leaders, our government leaders, are so smart. And Martha, you know something? A lot of times, if you listen to them very closely, Martha, they say God in their speeches. Trump even said it on Inauguration Day. He said God in his speech, and it made my heart pitter-patter because he said God. And all the politicians say God bless America. They say God bless America after all their speeches, even after they bomb other countries, because we have to spread democracy all around the world. And in order to do that, sometimes people don't want to listen to our way. So we have to make it forceful. And we have to send people, soldiers over there, Martha, to make them believe in democracy. Because it's very important, democracy, to have peace in the world. Yeah, I know, Herbie, but 17 to 22 military veterans a day commit suicide, Herbie. There's got to be something going on. Don't you think the military should look into it, and the government, to the reason, to the root cause of that? I wonder why they could be so upset. The men that they send all around the world to do the bidding of all these rich people and government people that don't want to fight. They make them fight for them. I don't know, Herbie. I'm getting very disgusted about what's going on, even though we have a new president. There's a lot of strange things going on, Herbie, and I don't like it. I don't feel safe. Martha, don't worry. They're looking into it. He promised everybody he's going to look into it. While he's sending everybody back over that came over here illegally, they're all going back that way again. And I think he's got to send, in a 4-year term, Martha, he's got to send like 10,000 a day back in order to reach the number that came here. So I don't know. We got to read the newspaper and listen to CNN and Fox and see if that's the number they're getting every day. What's going on? But Herbie, how did all these people come here? I sit down sometimes and I think to myself, how did all these people come here illegally and nobody stopped them? It's like everybody let them in and helped them. They had maps, they had food, they had routes in the jungle, they had trains, planes, and automobiles, and people handing out pamphlets and birth control and all stuff to get through the jungle. And then when they got here, we helped them. Our people helped them. The border agents and everybody else. And then our government gave them money, Herbie. So it doesn't make sense. They didn't just come on their own. Yeah, but Martha, they're looking into that. First, we got to get them back to where they came from. Then we can look into how they got here. You know, we look into the root cause afterwards. What's behind everything? We wait till afterwards to look into it, or we never look into it. Because it doesn't matter. We just got to get them out of here. Because a lot of them are criminals. I don't know, Herbie. I don't feel safe. And I don't feel happy. I feel very depressed. Even though we have a new president. Because all they do on the news all day is talk about new diseases coming out. And new shots to take to make us healthy again. They care about us, Herbie, I know, but I just very, very scared and upset. Don't worry about it, Martha. They love us. The leaders love us. They're looking for ways to help us all the time. They're looking for ways to make things better. They're even telling us they could put us in a city where we're never going to have to work again. And everything's going to be free. It's a freedom city. That's what they call it now. They changed the name recently. It's a freedom city. And all free people will live there. And everybody will love each other. And it's going to be very, very nice. And we don't have to go far. We can stay right in the neighborhood, Martha. The drugstore is going to be in the building. The barber shop. The doctor's office will be there. And we'll have delicious meals every day of all food, good food, they said. Grass-fed beef, free-range chickens, fresh filtered water, no air pollution, they said. Everything's going to be clean and fresh. No more spraying necessary. No more raiding the Amish people, because they make natural things like butter and jelly. Well, Herbie, I don't know. We'll see how everything goes. I hope it goes well. I'm praying for the best, Herbie. You do that, Martha. Keep praying. Keep praying, Martha. Even though I don't think anybody hears you, keep praying. That's not true, Herbie. Our Creator loves us. He gave us a purpose, it says in the Bible. He knew us before we were born. There's a purpose to our lives. Because this earthly life, it says, is not all there is. There's a heavenly one in the future. For those that believe in what happened in the Bible. It's true. People witnessed it, Herbie. Hundreds of people saw Messiah rise and walk around Jerusalem for 40 days. They saw his miracles, but they didn't want anybody to know. They tried to hide it. That's what I believe, Herbie. And I hope that someday you'll believe it too. Because that seems to be the only way. The only way, Herbie. That's the only way to the Father, our Creator, that put this chip in our head. That thinks, feels, and acts. And it runs this flesh that could see, taste, feel, touch, have relationships, Herbie. That's what we want in the future. Not a chip running everybody's head and the people that put it there marching us around like robots. What if they shut you off, Herbie, after they put your brain in the robot? What if they shut the switch? Because they love you so much. That's all I'm going to do today and keep it to 20 minutes, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Herbie and Martha say take care and have a blessed day. Anthony signing off.